Hey, what's going on that side of the camera? Ooh, I'm out of focus. Ooh, fuzzy. There we go. There we go. The more coffee I have, the sharper my image is. Okay. Hey, let's notice how clean the desk is here, the workspace. Yes, because we don't have much going on today. So let's go ahead and do a stash update. Yeah, love stash updates. Love stash updates. All right. Let's start off with the Monogram Bugatti 35B. Oh boy, I've been wanting this kit for a while. And I was very excited to see this over at my friend Bernie's house. He was having a sale. We kind of jokingly referred to it as Bernie's Bargain Barn. And he wanted to know if I could do a shout out for him on YouTube. So there we go, Bernie. There's your shout out. But I've been following this on the eBays. And they're a little pricey. Including the shipping and everything. So I'm trying to be a little more responsible about my purchasing. But when we were over at Bernie's house, I saw this on the table, and it was only $9. So I had to snap this dude up. I did go through it completely. It is missing the radiator surround in the front here. You know, the part that makes it a Bugatti. But so I have a plea to the community. If anybody out there has a kit like this that they're parting out, let me know. I'd be very interested to take that off your hands. We can talk. So let me know. And I don't know if YouTube has new rules about swapping email addresses and stuff like that. So we'll figure out something. But I did go through completely the entire kit. I made photocopies of the instructions so I don't mess those up very much. And I go through and I tick off everything that's in the kit. I highlight it on the instructions, and then on the actual parts tree I use a Sharpie and tick off the part there so that I don't miss anything. And it turns out the only thing we're missing is this radiator surround. So if it was like any other part, I could fake it, you know. But, and I could probably scratch build it. We'll see. My scratch building skills are pretty rudimentary at best still. I mean, I'm making square box trailers. That's about the level we're at right now. So, speaking of spending responsibly, I did happen to see this on eBay, and I had to have it, so I went ahead and got it. This is a nostalgia kit for me. I tried building this dude way back when I was a kid, and I was cursing it because of all the chrome. I remember working on this and just shoving it all into the box and throwing it away because I was so frustrated with having to deal with chrome. And didn't know how to deal with it then. I just thought you're supposed to just scrape it all off and then glue it together, and it just wasn't going well, and I was having a lot of trouble with it. I was frustrated. I remember putting this back in the box and then stopping model building for years. This was probably the kit this was the straw that broke that camel's back. Here's some words. So over here on this side, this box art tells us that it is a 1991 repop. Which is cool, because that's like the year I graduated high school. So how about that? So that's kind of cool. This kit was completely sealed when we got it. I popped it open to make sure everybody was in good shape. And then I baggied my transparent pieces, which are pretty decent. They could use a little bit of a polish here and there. And then I also baggied up my wheels. My tires, my vinyls. This came from like the New Jersey area, I believe. But here in Arizona, I've been noticing that when I buy stuff out of somebody's stash, they've had it in the garage, the attic, the shed, something like that. It gets pretty darn warm, and that causes these little vinyl tires to actually melt into the plastic, the styrene itself. So whenever I get a kit, I don't care how old it is, I still pop it open, even if it's still sealed. I pop it open to make sure it's actually in decent shape. And I've been burned a couple of times, quite literally, because something would have melted through, like across the bumper or across the transparent pieces or something. And it's just kind of a disappointment to find that something hasn't been stored as well as it could be. But to each their own. So the kit itself is actually in perfect condition. So that was nice. And then I was poking through the instructions just the other day and discovered that it's actually a 1974 release. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, this kit is from the year my sister was born, and the repop is from the year I graduated high school. So that's a family deal, I guess. I probably shouldn't have said what year my sister was born on camera, but if I'm going to get sued, I might as well get sued for that. Also, while we were at Bernie's Bargain Barn, we were poking around and talking and chatting and stuff like that, and I happened to find this kit sitting on a table, and I told Mrs. BG, we're taking that home, I have to have this kit, and she's like, ugh, seriously, do you really have to get that? I'm like, oh God, that's got to go home with us. And she's like, why? It's huge. I'm like, it's not huge. It's just a 112/57 Chevy, that's all. Look at that. Oh, yeah. I love it. And, hey, you notice the whole theme today is Monogram. But, oh, man. And I didn't just buy the box lid. There's actually a box of styrene down here on the floor next to me, and it weighs like untold pounds. But, oh, God, I love this kit so much. If you guys aren't familiar with this one, you can do this one in 3 different ways. So we got like a street version, we got our drag version, or strip, like they like to say, and then of course the stock version. And I love 57 Chevy so much that the stock version, I know I'm building this the stock version. But I mean, it does come with only one engine block, but it does have transmission options and a couple different intake options. So we got the supercharger set up there, we got the tunnel ram with dual carbs and velocity stacks over there, and then of course the fuel injected version for the stock, and a couple different ways we can treat up the interior. And we got Kragers, and the Kragers do the slicks or the radials, and then of course we have the white walls too. So an amazing kit. I freaking love it. And I told Mrs. BG, if we don't get to building this right away, we could put legs on that and make it into a coffee table. And I thought she was going to go for that. She didn't. But, yeah, I did. So here we go. Untold pounds of plastic. So I got the kit, it was still sealed, and because it's an Arizona kit, which I just explained, I popped it open as soon as we came home to make sure that the tires hadn't messed up any of the chrome or transparent bits. But look at how nicely this thing is packaged. Okay, so you guys want to cry? You guys want to cry? I've been seeing these kits on eBay in this type of condition for well over $100, 150 bucks, something like that. Look at that bumper. Holy smokes, we could make that into a couch. My friend Bernie was selling this for 40 bucks. I couldn't freaking believe it. I could not pass it up. Look at this, 2 full sets of tires plus a set of slicks as well. Oh God, this is awesome. And then here's our buddy. Look at that, we get to put the chrome trim in the sides. Up on the top of the fenders there's chrome trims that go in there as well. Oh boy, I can't wait to get to this. Bare metal foiling on this should be a real snap, right? I'll have to go out and buy a couple more packages of it. But interior tub, but that's no big deal because, well, it's huge and we can probably get our hand in there. This is finally a model kit of my scale size. Look at that. I can't wait to get into this. So, yeah, I'm very excited about that. And I'll probably have to build a wing on the house in order to display it in. So, yeah, that's probably what Mrs. BG was thinking was the extra money that's going to be going into this kit just by having it. So, anyway, that's it. I'm gonna sit here and stare at my my beautiful 57 Chevy here for a little bit longer. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you a little bit later on. Hey, thank you all very much for the wonderful comments on some of the videos we've been posting here lately. I very much appreciate that. We hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.